typical clients that have repos, 3-4 repos, and you can't get approved anywhere. Today I'm going to be showing content on how when you contact the best in the game, you're going to leave with a card that's not going to be a diamond and leave you stranded in 2 days. You're going to leave with a card that anybody that knows you is going to think you got it from a dealership or a franchise.
I got a Subaru. I got a Subaru. I got a Subaru.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we got a lot of different clips we're going to react to. We're going to talk about credit card debt, paying cash for a car, financing it. We're going to do it all because debt is debt. I ain't going to do too much talking. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
Paying cash for a car is generally pretty dumb. If you're looking at a new car, you can usually finance between 0 to 6% interest. If you're looking at a used car, you're probably going to pay somewhere between 6 and 7%. Now you can take that same cash, invest it, and probably get a rate of return of, let's say, 8 to 10%. So you're paying 6 or 7% at the most, and you're getting 8 to 10% on the money. You're actually making money. The only time this makes sense is when you're either facing subprime interest rates or there's a large cashback on the vehicle.
Now, there's a lot of different philosophies when it comes to paying cash for a car. Now, if you're going to pay $5,000 to $10,000 for a car, to me, it definitely makes sense to pay cash for it. I definitely wouldn't finance $10,000 because now they're going to give you an interest rate of 21%. A lot of times the dealerships will raise the price of the car in order to get it financed because a lot of banks don't even want to finance cars that cheap.
That's a cash deal, and I make less on a cash deal, which is called my boss, because the deal was, he said I go to 21.5 if you were I thought you were financing here.
Yeah, see,
so if you're financing with your own bank, that's a cash deal, and I make less on a cash deal, which means I can't negotiate as much.
I never, what I'm trying to say is I never mentioned whether I was.
Yeah, no, I know you didn't mention it to me, that's what he said to me, so I got to make
right, so I guess what I'm saying is there's been a miscommunication, however, that's not on my part. I'm saying that this is what I said in the beginning.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't lower the price to that and sell you the car unless I have the owners of this dealership's permission. I don't own this place. I can't spend their money. I have the option to do it. I asked them, can I go to 21.5? They're financing, so I understand there was a miscommunication, but I still can't. I'm not going to lose my job and sell you the car. You know what I mean? So,
he's sitting in there arguing with the customer. That's why I tell you guys, you got to take somebody with you that knows what's going on. And it seems like this young lady knows what she's talking about, and she knows how to buy a car. But she ain't let that bother her. You see, she stood her ground. She was like, listen, I understand all that. And he worried about losing money. I mean, it is a business. I get it, but
write a check and pay for the car and smile while you're driving it.
I would not pay cash for a car. Folks, if you're going to buy a car, especially an expensive car that depreciates, you should put the cash in an appreciating asset and let the appreciation of that asset pay for the car. That way you get the asset and the car. If you just put the cash in the car, you don't get the asset, you don't get the appreciation, you just get the car paid for in cash, which means all you're doing is making your payments in advance, because as the car depreciates in value, your stack of money that you paid for it is dwindling. If you put that money into a freaking asset, your appreciation is going up, plus it's cash flowing, which is paying for the car or a good portion of the car. So I would not ever pay cash for a car. I would lease the car, first of all, and always lease if you qualify, if you can. Assuming the interest rates are, comparable. Again, zero interest is always better, but at the end of the day, most people are not paying cash for $320,000 cars. And even if you could, I wouldn't advise it. I'd take that $320,000. I'd go buy a cash flow producing asset.
Absolutely.
That appreciates, and I would use that appreciation and those cash flow proceeds to pay for that car.
Yep. It's crazy to pay cash $300,000 for a car. I mean, that's just throwing away money, because I don't care how expensive a car is, it's going to depreciate. And if you pay $320,000 for the car, you just throwing money down the drain. I totally agree with that.
Truth. Here's the $1 million answer. Well, not really $1 million answer, but doesn't matter if you pay cash or finance. Some people think they get a better deal if they pay cash. It's not the 90s anymore, guys. We much rather you finance a vehicle because we get a kickback from the bank. So if you want the best deal possible, finance it, and If you live in a no prepayment penalty state, finance it first and then just pay it off as soon as possible so you get that best deal.
Of course, a dealership's going to tell you to finance it with them because they're going to get money from it. I mean, he just literally said that. So, but if you have the money to pay cash and it's not some ridiculous amount, pay cash for it. I mean, that's just how I feel about it because, again, they making money off the financing. They getting kickbacks. And if it's a used car, they probably didn't pay anything for it. They probably gave somebody the lowest amount they could give them for it. So they're going to make money off the car itself. So they're just making money all the way around. So, of course, they want you to finance with them.
Did you ever buy a car in cash? Let's assume you're not a business owner trying to find tax loopholes to write off, but you're the average American that is looking at purchasing a car. It 100% makes sense to buy that car in cash. Skip the monthly payments, skip the down payment, buy something you can afford because you'll be so much further ahead. We know that cars depreciate. We know that when you finance it, you have to pay an interest rate. So why would you take 20, 30, 40% of depreciation on top of an 8, 10, 12% interest rate on your loan? You are just washing money away. When instead that $400, $500, $600 could go into investing or paying down debts or setting yourself up financially because you're not buying the new flashy car. New cars are a waste of money. Don't do it. Buy something you can afford. My first 2 cars I ever owned were a 15-year-old Toyota Camry and a 20-year-old Honda Accord. I drove those things for years. Back then, you could pay like $2,000 to get a new car. Now it's going to take $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. It may take you a year, 2, 3 to save up if you're financially savvy and know what you're doing. But you can buy a 10 or 15-year-old Camry for under $7,500 right now and drive that thing for 100,000, 200,000 miles and never pay a single car payment. Skip depreciation, skip interest rates, skip the monthly payment, invest in your future, and stop trying to get the validation of all your friends around you and the nice flashy car you're driving, and start investing in your happiness and your future because you're setting that money aside.
You have to be in the right mindset in order to pay cash for a car, an old car. Nowadays, it's very hard for people to do that because of social media. Everybody got to have the latest and the greatest. And these cars nowadays, they're coming out, they got these screens. I mean, the whole car is just a screen, you know, and it's very appealing to people. So you have to have a plan to even grasp this concept. And if you can do that, you'll come out on top way better than spending a whole bunch of money financing a new car. But don't get me wrong, it's not easy. And like I say, I'm a car guy. I get it. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of cars out here I want to just go out and get. But they're too expensive. It just don't make sense to do it right now. Interest rates are super high right now. So you're just gonna pay double, triple for these cars. And I don't totally agree with the trying to impress other people stuff. I mean, there are people that's like that, but most people really not trying to impress anybody. A lot of people just buying what they like. You feel what I'm trying to say? But you have to police yourself because the temptations are always going to be there. You're going to always want something nice. I mean, unless you just don't care. I mean, some people don't care about cars.
As somebody that's had an abundance of cars, like cash cars and finance cars, from like really good cars to like decent cars, my car has been in the shop for 2 months, right? So I had to get a rental, drove around in a rental for like a month. Then they tried to tax me out the ass and do some weird shit. So I'm like, I don't know what's next. So I went and bought a cash car, right? And with these cash cars, when you usually do a fast buy, there's little things wrong with it. You probably can hear it in the background. It's doing a little rumbling. But I will say, if I could throw my finance car in the ocean and forget about it, I would. And I'm not going to, so insurance can't use this video. But I only say that because the freedom that comes with a fucking cash car, like, I don't trip. I'm not tripping on this car. I get in this bitch. We have a good time. I'm rolling. You might hear the brake squeak. I got to do the brakes. But guess what? Nigga, I ain't got to keep up with a facade. Like, it's a car, right? And I think when I finish financing my other car, I think that's the last car I'm financing.
Like I just said, you have to be in a certain mindset. And that's basically what he's talking about. If you can just set your mind and say, okay, I have a plan. I'm going to spend my money over here, which might be investments, or I'm going to pay off my house, or whatever the case may be. And I'm not going to spend all my money on this car. You know, especially if you're the type of person like to take trips, you like to spend your money on different things, not just one item. Some people, all their money go to their car. And that's all they care about.
In cash, no. And here's why. Let's just say the car costs $20,000, 5 to 6% interest rate. Your monthly payment, let's just say $500. To take the $20,000 and pay off the car, it sits there, it's dead. Nothing you can do with it besides saving yourself on the interest rate. But if you have that $20,000 liquid, you can use it to kickstart or to fund your side hustle or a business that you want to start. And if you do it right, you can probably make way more in return than saving yourself on a car payment, okay? Now, let's just say you don't want to start any business. You can actually use that $20,000 to become a private money lender. Lend out your $20,000 at an 8 to 10% interest rate. Use that interest to pay for your car payment. Now, let's just say if you run into an emergency where you need the $20,000. Listen, it's easier to come up with $500 than $20,000. Yes, you can sell the car, but it's probably won't worth 20. It's probably worth 10 or 15. Unless you don't have any plan to do with the $20,000.
Like I said, everybody has their philosophy on buying a car, cash or finance. Now, he's right. You can lend the money out and you can be a hard money lender and all that stuff, but that takes a little research and a little effort, and the average person don't even know what a hard money lender is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff, you have to actually do your research. He's right, though. A lot of times you can take the money and, you know, invest it and do different things, like I mentioned earlier in the video. It just depends on the person and your situation and what you got going on.
Talk about how much credit card debt I am in, and spoiler alert, it is massive.
Here we go, credit card debt.
Let me preface all of this by saying that I have an actual real life spending addiction. Spending money makes me feel so good.
See, at least she's honest with herself.
Makes me so happy. If I am sad, I spend money. If I'm happy, I spend money. If I'm feeling blah, I spend money. It does not matter what my emotion is, I'm going to spend money. And my money spending is tied to all of these emotions. I was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so I have been undiagnosed for years and years and years. And I realized that all of these ups and downs that I've been feeling have been manic and depression episodes. And now that I have those answers, I am ready to dive in, do the work, and get this crap paid off. So without further ado, let's get started. I have a total of 7 credit cards with balances on them, and when I tell you these balances, your jaw is going to hit the floor. I'm just going to prepare you right now. So let's dive in. My lowest card is my Discover card. It has a total of $4,904. My next card is a USAA card that is currently sitting with a 0% APR because it is a balance transfer card, and that has a balance of $5,642. After that, I have another one that has a balance of $7,201. My husband has one that has $7,807 on it. Then we are moving up to the big guns, and our first big gun is sitting at $11,500. After that, we have a Cash Rewards Visa, and that is $18,775. And after that,
my question is this: if you know you have a spending problem, why keep applying for credit cards? And it's crazy they keep approving her for all these cards, and her current cards I have high balances. It's crazy, man.
we have my American Express, which is sitting at $25,000.
Oh man, well, that's crazy.
When you add all of that together, we get $80,000.
Oh my goodness.
$29 in credit card debt.
Now that's amazing. It's like $80,000 of credit card debt. Oh my goodness, man. I don't even know what to tell her. I mean, she might have to file bankruptcy in order to get out of that debt. I mean, because the interest rates on credit cards like 36%, something crazy like that. So if she paid a minimum, she would never get out of debt. That's crazy, guys. And I'm gonna do a whole separate video on credit card debt. So I don't want to make this video too long, guys. But again, you have to be in the right mindset in order to understand paying cash instead of financing a car. Right now, it's probably difficult because the weather's nice. You see all these people in these shiny cars, and all these new cars are coming out, and they're very nice. But you got to stick to your plan. Whatever your plan is, you have to stick to it. And if your plan is to get out of debt, going out and buying a new car, it's not going to help you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to help you. And as you can see, credit card debt is also a problem. So you just got to come up with a plan, guys. And if you are in the market to buy a car, get my checklist. The link is in the description, and that way you know what questions I asked. Just like that young lady in that previous clip when she was sitting in there and she decided she was going to pay cash. You see how they was giving her a hard time? If you got my checklist, you know what to say and what to look for. So the link is in the description for that. So if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.